For this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can choose activities from the community library and either assign them to your students directly or edit the instructions and then push them out to your students. So the first thing that you'll want to notice is up here, this is your library. So this is activities that you've created or activities that someone else has created that you have just saved to your own library. This section here, the school and district, this would be anything that any teacher from Dover has created and posted to the district library. The community library, this is any teacher anywhere who has posted activities and chose to share them with the community library. So you'll notice that there are tons and tons and tons of options. So again, you can choose any grade, you can choose any subject. There are just hundreds of options for you to choose from. However, the options that you choose from might be almost what you need, but you might want it to be tweaked a little bit. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is just a random activity that I saw. This is the first one that popped up. So I'm going to click on the activity. And in order to add it to my library, this is not in my library yet. This is only in the community library because obviously the author was not myself. So if it's you creating the activity, it's automatically in your library. But since this is not, you're going to need to heart it. So now it has been saved to your library. So now we can go back to our library. And now her activity is now in my library. So now I have two options. I can either click on her activity and I can assign it directly to my students. But whenever I assign it to my students right now, I can't change any of these directions. I can't edit anything on this template. I can't make any changes. I have to just push it out as is. So if that's the case and everything looks fine and you want to push it out as is, you will assign it to your students. So again, you'll just click on the students, the class that you want to assign it to. You will click on the students that you want to assign it to. So right now this is showing that I don't have students in here because it was an old class. So when you click on assign, that's going to push it out just as is to your students. However, if you want to edit it, you're going to click on the three buttons down here at the bottom and you're going to copy and edit activity. So now I can edit this, edit all of the directions. I could add voice instructions, which is super helpful that you can you can record yourself reading the directions, and I could edit the template down here. So now I want to save it. And now to go back to your library, now you'll notice that there are two of those. So since it just made a copy. So this was the original Graph Class Birthdays, and this was the one that I copied, Tester Graph Class Birthdays. So what I've been doing is just deleting the original since that's not the one that I'm going to push out. So to delete them, you'll just click on the three buttons and you'll just remove the item from your library. So now when I'm in my library, only my edited version is there. Now when I click on it, I have the ability to edit any of it. Now I can assign it to my students. So again, anything that you choose from either the community library or the school and district library, any activity that you haven't created, you'll need to make a copy of before you can edit it. And click on that heart in order to get it pushed into your own library.